Hi guys, so it is currently 9 a.m. on the dot. I got up at about 8. I just finished my hair and makeup. I just have to put on my clothes, gather all my stuff, and get going. Not in too big of a hurry because I need to be there at 11:30 or 12, so I have a little bit of time. I'm probably gonna eat some breakfast. But I did my hair and makeup. It's raining outside and it's gonna be freezing and everything, and I don't know, I did my hair and then realized that it's raining outside, so I doubt it's gonna last. I don't know. I just wanted my hair to look good for our headshots, but at this point, I don't know. I didn't want to wear like a beanie in my headshots and stuff, so I wanted my hair to be done, and I was just gonna wear like ear warmers, but I don't know. The weather's just so bad. I wish it was better, but I guess we'll work with what we got. I hope it's not too bad, but I don't think it's gonna be that great for weather conditions, but we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to dress as warm as I can. It's like kind of hard just because, like I said, we're getting photos done, we're going to eat, so I don't want to look like I want to look cute, but I also want to be warm, you know? So that's my current struggle, but I am going to go ahead and go eat breakfast and drink the rest of my coffee. If I don't finish it by the time I need to leave, I'll just take it to go. But yeah, let's go get some breakfast. I'm also gonna pack snacks for sure because we're gonna have a long day. I know, because I mean, we are having dinner, but like I said, we leave at 11:30, so that's kind of around lunchtime, so I'm probably gonna snack on something on the way or something because probably gonna get hungry. But let's go have breakfast. Alright guys, please excuse my mess all in the background, but here's my outfit. This is like my favorite sweater, so I want to get photographed in it. It's also super warm. I'm wearing a shirt under it, and then I have like tights under my pants to stay warm, and then I'm going to put fuzzy socks on and Uggs on and some ear warmers, and then I have a really big jacket. They just messaged in the group chat. They were like, I know everyone's like anxious about the weather conditions, which we are, because I don't know, I'm just scared like it's gonna be bad. You know what I mean? Like, she said there's a gazebo that we can go under if it's raining and snowing and stuff. And she said that it's good practice for like if we were gonna actually shoot a real wedding, which yeah, I get that too. And I understand that they like can't reschedule just because they've gotten so much into this. This workshop was $300, but they like ordered a cake, they rented tables, they hired models, they rented like dishes to have like place settings, the whole 9 yards. Like they did, like they're doing the most, you know what I mean? So I get it because it would be so tough to reschedule all these people. Like they made it like as if this was like an actual wedding today, and you know, stuff like that you have to book months in advance, which they did. So I get that they can't reschedule. I'm just like it just sucks that the weather's like this today, but I guess we'll make it through. So all right, I'm gonna gather all my stuff. I need to get my charger off the charger. Sorry, this is a weird angle. Got my charger. I did not buy a charging pack for some reason. It is so hard to find extra chargers for my camera. I do not know why. but it's so hard. But honestly, my battery life is so good. Like I said, I've been to a workshop before. My battery lasted through a workshop and a meetup. I think I will be okay, because I charged it all night, so it should be at 100% battery, and so I think we will be okay. And then I do have all my SD cards, everything in here, so I think I'm pretty much good to go as far as my equipment and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna put my SD card in, and so it's ready to go when we get there. I emptied an SD card, so that way I can use that probably for the whole day today. And again, if not, then I obviously have backups, but this one should last me. It's a 64 gigabyte. Usually it lasts me for a few sessions, so I feel like for a whole day should be pretty good. I've been through a workshop on a 64 gigabyte and I've been fine, because it holds far over 1,000 pictures, so should be good. All right, camera's charged. Everything has already been packed in the bag. SD cards we'll just throw in there. I'm debating bringing my hard drive. I don't think I'll need it because obviously that's when I'm going to be editing photos. We're all probably going to do that on our own. I don't think it's going to be a thing on my laptop and stuff, so I'm going to leave that here. One thing I do need is I wrote down my questions for the Q&A, so I need to take a picture of that. So I need to remember to do that, but other than that, I'm going to get my shoes on, put on my jacket, all that kind of thing. And I'm gonna head out.
Because Carol's such a
We just got here. It's beautiful. The sun's out. It is snowing. I don't know if you could tell.
You're like, I know. I was telling Caitlin, I was like, is it dinner time?
Always the easiest thing that no one's ever around here. No.
Hi guys. Okay. Whew. Today has been quite the day. I feel like after these workshops, I just am like a weird headspace. They take so much out of you. It's crazy. And today was just so wild. So I'm going to really take it back and just give you guys, lay it all out for you. I do want to give a disclaimer though. I do have a video on a workshop that I attended last month. I'm not going to compare the two because obviously they're completely different, but I will be referring to them because that's what I knew coming into this. Does that make sense? So I don't want anyone to they are not the same at all whatsoever. They were completely different photographers, completely different styles, completely different. But I'm just going to be referring to that since I have a video on it. If you want to watch that video before this one, it might help you get an understanding. But I think you'll be fine if you just want to watch this one. But I wanted to just make that really clear because I just feel the need to refer back to those since I have a video on that and that's been up first and people watched that first. If you've watched that video, you'll understand, So I'm gonna take it way back to what made me sign up for this workshop, everything like that. So they posted this, I want to say in October. I looked through it. It was it was super expensive, and that kind of thing. However, Moon and Midnight Photo, that's her name on Instagram. I have admired her since day one. So our styles are completely different. What she photographs, her style and everything, completely different. However, just who she is reminds me of myself as far as her what's the word, like her work ethic. That is what is similar to mine, because I'm the kind of person who, like, I want to dive my heart and soul into photography. I want to know everything. Like, you guys, I've been going to workshops. I've gotten a mentor. I have, like, taken online classes. I'm, like, doing the most to make sure I have everything in order. I've been going step by step. I literally sit down with my mentor once a week. Like, I am so dedicated to this. And that's how Caroline is. She like works. She likes to keep herself busy. I'm the same way. She's super knowledgeable. She, like, just seems to have it all, you know. And of course she I'm sure still has stuff to learn, but just from everything she has figured out, like, I want to know, you know what I mean? So when I saw, like, this was with her, I knew it was gonna be good, because I know just from Instagram, I've, like, she did my senior pictures. Like, I just know that she does not half-ass anything. Excuse my language, I didn't want to cuss, but can't think of another word. Like, she for lack of a better word, like, she just does not mess around, you know. So I just knew, like, this was gonna be extraordinary, and it was. I knew, like, it was gonna be extraordinary, but just, like, it still just shocked me, just because, I mean, yes, I knew it, but to see it, I was like, wow. Like, it still was just wow. Like, that's my word. So yeah, basically, so I signed up in October after I saw that she was doing it. She did it with 3 other girls, Cecilia, Renee, and Shay. I also follow Shay for a while, and I've loved her work and stuff. That was, like, a later find. Cecilia and Renee, I didn't really know too well. I just followed them based on, like, the workshop and got to know them, and they're great too and everything. But what really made me sign up for this workshop was Caroline, especially. So I signed up. I was like, awesome. I did it in payments to make it easier on myself. And so basically they would send us an invoice every month, and then also through email we got sent, like, a list of all the vendors that they were using, and all the models that were going to be there, and their Instagram handles, so that we can follow everyone and make sure that we tag everyone on this day once we have all our photos done. So that was awesome. They gave us an itinerary, so they mailed us one, which I'm going to show you here. Look at how cute this is. So we got a card in the mail. It had an envelope with my address on it, whatever. And look at how cute this is. So it had my name. It had, like, some calligraphy art kind of thing. Basically said thank you for they're excited to have us. It had the dates, all that kind of thing. And then on this side it had the itinerary, so the times that we were meeting, where we were going, that kind of thing. So that was awesome. And then they sent us one online later that was more in depth, because this was just kind of like a guide. They sent us, like, more in depth, like where we were going, what time, and what for, and that kind of thing. More like a more in-depth schedule. So that was awesome. And then they had, like, their Instagram where they would post updates on what they were getting together and stuff like that. So morning of, the weather, as you guys saw today, the weather was awful. It was bad. It's raining, it was snowing, it was hailing, it was crazy. So anyways, this morning we all woke up, we're like, yo, snow everywhere, rain, hail, like, eek, I don't know. And they're like, they couldn't reschedule because they set this up like a full-on wedding. So their vendors, like, they rented dishes, they rented tables, tablecloths, like, decor pieces. They got cakes made, like wedding cakes made. They got like models. They had just, like, all that stuff. And you know, these people, they get, you know, you need to book with them in advance. This was like a wedding. Like, obviously, like, if your wedding day was today, you can't, like a venue isn't gonna be like, yeah, let's reschedule because of the weather. Like, you're not gonna get any of that. So they're like, we can't reschedule. Like, they had these people booked, you know. So I get that, you know. It's that kind of thing where you need to book people in advance. They have other clients, they have, you know, they do stuff, like, they're a business, you know what I mean. So I got that, and like they said, they were like, you know, if this was an actual wedding that you had to shoot, you wouldn't be able to just call it off because of the weather. So there we went. So basically got to our meetup place. What I really liked about this workshop, and this is where I'm going to kind of refer back to the other workshop, is just because, do you remember, and I don't want to compare the two at all. These are both first-time people. Granted, the other workshop was hosted by one person. This was hosted by 4 people. So it was totally different. But I just want to say this because I think it's important. So you remember because like I said, I have a video on the workshop I attended last month. If you saw that, you would have seen that I struggled to find the place. And things like that, and it stressed me out and kind of gave me anxiety and stuff, just because I didn't know where I was going and I was by myself, and like I get really paranoid being a young girl and just a girl in general, and I'm, you know, that kind of thing, just going places by myself. So what I really liked is that this workshop offered, they picked us all up. Like, we all met at one spot, they picked us up, so no one would get lost, and it would be easy to go all together, go all back. We could like keep track of everyone, that kind of thing, for safety reasons and just convenience. I really thought that was awesome. So that was super helpful. I loved that. It was super cool. So we all, you know, got in the vehicle, went up there. On the way over there, it started pouring. We're like, great. When we got up there, it was snowing a bit. It wasn't too bad. And so basically when we got there, this is my favorite part. So I'm going to show you this. They had these little boxes for us that all had our name written on them. So my name is on here. Super cute. Look at that. So cute. So I want to show you guys what is in here. I had a little boomerang on my Instagram, if you saw that. These are my gloves. I stuffed these in here because I didn't know where else to put them, so that didn't come in the box. But so they gave us a custom beanie that says Wondering Soul Workshop. That is so cool. We had a name tag. I saved mine to show you guys. So we wore those today, so that was there. And then check out these cookies. That is so awesome. And then they gave us a face mask, some coffee, little bag of samples of coffee, a little notebook with our names on them, and then in the back it says Wondering Soul Workshop, and then of course a pen to go with that. And then the business cards of all the vendors. So there was Bridal Elegance, which was, I'm thinking that's where they rented the wedding dress that one of the models wore. Sweet Tooth Cookies, which I'm guessing is these guys. Honey and Salt Cake Co., that was who made the wedding cakes. And then Dirty Dishes, which was like the table settings that they rented. So yeah, they went above and beyond. Oh, and then Go Polar, give this card to a friend to present at checkout. Both of you will receive a discount. What is this? Oh, a barber shop and salon. So I don't know, this was probably for the models. They probably got like their hair done or something like that, I'm guessing. I don't know. So that's that. They had the business cards and then all these goodies. So that was super cool. I thought that was like, that was just so like, I don't know, this is like super cute and like special. And you know, like I said, this I don't know if I want to tell you like how much this workshop was. I think I've mentioned it on my Instagram stories and stuff, or maybe on here, I don't know. But this just made it feel like it was worth the money, you know, just because little things like this I appreciate and I like will pay for, because I think that's awesome for me to remember this day, like have a beanie that like, I don't know, that was so cool. And then with the itinerary, they also gave us a little sticker decal that was sent to us in the mail. That did not come in here, but that was something, I don't know if I mentioned, but yeah, so that was really awesome. Okay, so we got there, we opened those boxes. That was the very first thing we did. They had bagels for us and coffee and scones, all kinds of stuff, which is super awesome because this is like an all-day thing. Remember I was telling you guys earlier that like I packed snacks because I knew I was gonna get hungry because it's like an all-day thing. So that was super awesome because dinner was included. We did know that, but we didn't know that there were gonna be snacks. So that was super cool. And a little surprise to us because that wasn't mentioned. So the box of goodies was a surprise, and then having food there was also a surprise. There were a lot of surprises in this workshop. The weather was a surprise as well. So we're on surprise number 3. But the final surprise was pretty yikes. It's like really wow. But so anyways, so we got there, got our goodie bags, that kind of thing. They were like, we have bagels, scones, coffee, whatever. The tables had been set up by the vendors. They had gotten there early, so they had everything set up. The models were ready to go. So basically, we all stood in a circle and did an icebreaker where we introduced ourselves so everyone would know each other. All the vendors introduced themselves, that kind of thing. So that was super cool. And then we broke off into groups and got the models. I felt so bad for the models, you guys. It was snowing and hailing almost the whole time. It would go off and on. So we'd have a break and then it would hail again, or snow. It was like a mix. And then it would break and then it would start again. So anyways, I felt really bad for them because they were like in dresses and tux, like at least like, you know, I had 2 shirts on, I had gloves, I had a jacket on top, I was wearing Uggs, I was wearing layers, like I had tights under my pants, that kind of thing. But I felt really bad for them. But anyways, we took photos with them, did that, like worked with models, broke off into groups, worked with models here, then worked with models there, took a picture of the setups, the table settings, the cakes, that kind of thing, all the stuff you would do if you were at an actual wedding. After that, we gave the models a break, and we took a break actually. We all took a break, and so the models went to go warm up inside like cars because I mean they were wearing dresses. It was hailing, like we were in the mountains, there was snow everywhere, it was freezing. So that's that. But while we took the break, they cut the cake for us and let us eat the cake. We all got a bagel, some coffee, that kind of thing. Took a little break, got to talk with some people, and then after the break, we took headshots, got our headshots taken of us. And then after that, we brought the models back out one more time, took some photos with the models together, like as if they were like, you know, a group. And then here's where the last surprise came in that shocked literally everyone. I want to show you guys the pictures. You'll see them on my Instagram. That'll be on my Instagram for sure. After we took like the group photos, like the 2 couples together, basically, like we just started taking a picture of the models that were posed as the bride and the groom. And I thought that these people were married, okay? Like I thought that they were modeling like bride and groom because they were already married. Like I don't know, I just assumed that. But in the middle of us shooting, he got down on one knee. And once he got down on one knee, I was like, I like went around, got in front. I was like, this is big. This ain't, I don't know, something's happening. He got down on one knee and I was like, just instantly in my mind, I knew. I was like, surprise proposal, I knew it. So he got down on one knee because he looked up at her like nervously, and she was confused. She was, because of course, I know because she said she like also thought, like she was like, I thought like this was just for like the thing, you know. He got down on one knee, pulled a ring out of his pocket, opened it. She was like, are you serious? Like, is this real or is this a part of the thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like she couldn't believe it. And I was like, yeah, is this real or is this a part of the thing? You know, we all asked ourselves that question, like, because I mean, they're supposed to be a married couple, but I'm like, why would he be proposing if they're already like modeled as this is their wedding day? Like she's in a wedding dress and he's in a tux, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, and so she like was like, what? And shocked, and we were all like, oh my gosh, like this is so cute, like what the heck? And we were like just shooting pictures, getting the reactions, like, because once she knew that this was real life, like we were like, this is really happening, guys. So yeah, that was crazy. So these people got engaged today. Like, not only was like the fact that like all of us didn't even know these people, but we got to be a part of something so special for them. That's what I love about photography, is like, that's why my motto is capturing special moments, because that's what we do as photographers. It, like, we captured such a special moment that no one else was there. We, like, us who got the pictures, we were the only ones who were there. Like, their families weren't there, so they're gonna be able to show their families, like, when we all get these edited and stuff. So that's why I'm like, that's why I love photography, because that is so cool to remember that for the rest of your life. But so that happened, and then we were done. So we were all freezing at this point. All of our boots were, my Uggs are still soaking wet, let me tell you. We were freezing. We were like, okay, let's go. Like, they were like, okay, we're done. We were like, okay, like, thank goodness, just because, like, we are freezing, and like, yeah, we're ready to go, you know what I mean? So the models, like I said, they were wearing dresses. I felt so bad for them. But so we packed up our stuff. All the vendors packed up their stuff, and we left. So one thing I will say, due to weather conditions, some things did not go as planned. So we could not eat at the restaurant that we originally planned on eating at because of the weather, because we were going to ride the tram up to the restaurant, because that's how you get up there, through like the tram. It's like a whole experience. They're gonna take us on this tram. It's snowing, it was cloudy, it was windy, it was hailing. Like, I'm not gonna be like hooked up to a cable, and like it's not safe. Like, they wouldn't let us do it because it's not safe, like, because with the wind it can like move, and that's like freaky. Like, hello, like, we're on a cable going like upward in the air, you know what I mean? So it wasn't safe. I'm fine with it, because to me, my safety is more important than the experience. I've lived here my whole life, and the tram is like a big thing here, and I've never done it, so I was excited to do it, since I've never done it, and everyone talks about, like, you know, it's an experience. So I wasn't too upset, because I understood that it was for my safety, and I value that more. But I was like, you know, I was looking forward to it, but I wasn't like upset. So we didn't end up doing that. We all packed up our stuff, got and drove back down the mountains into town, and they took us to go eat at a restaurant instead. We got to ask questions to the hosts, like Caroline, Shay, Cecilia, and Renee, and we got to like interact with the other photographers, see how they do things. We talked about contracts and all kinds of stuff, so that was awesome. After dinner, all of that, they paid for our dinner, which was awesome. They dropped us off back at our meeting place to our cars, and we went our separate ways. So that's where we're at, and then I came home and I'm here. So basically, I just want to recap and give you like my overall thoughts now that I went through all of that with you. First off, I'm gonna refer back to the workshop that I went to last time, just cause. So I feel like the workshop I did last month, I learned a lot, because there was a lot I did not know. Now, since I learned that at that workshop, all the stuff I learned, I didn't feel like there was a lot for me to learn this time. Like, it wasn't as drastic. I'm also getting mentored, so I meet with my mentor once a week, and so that has also, I've already like learned some new stuff. So yes, I did learn a few little things, but I wouldn't say it was super drastic like the last workshop I attended. I learned so much. This was very expensive, but it was an experience. Like I said, I know like Caroline just does not, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cuss again, half-ass anything, that I just knew like this is gonna be great. Like, it's gonna be worth the money, and it was. I think for sure, if you're like I don't know things, like, these workshops are great. And honestly, so here's another thing I am gonna say is, like I said, I don't feel like I learned an insane amount today, since I, you know, just a month ago went to a workshop and learned a lot of things. But I will say, no matter if you go to these expensive workshops, like something like Wandering Soul, or another workshop that's cheaper, either way, I think if you don't know a lot of stuff, like, you will learn something. This workshop was definitely an experience that I still would have paid for to experience, because it was like insane, the work they put into it, just everything, like the details were there, you know what I mean? Like, they got a wedding cake made, they rented a wedding dress, they paid like, they got us beanies, you know what I mean? Like, I did not have this at my last workshop, and like I said, I don't want to compare the two. Like I said, this was run by 4 people, that one was run by 1. It was both their first workshops, so it was a learning experience for both of them too, you know what I mean? But this was like an experience that I would have paid to experience, you know what I mean? Like, whether it was to learn or anything, like, it was like I walked away and I have like this box of memories, and like, I don't know, I don't think I've ever shot photos in the snow, to be honest. I can't think of, I want to say I have, but I don't think I seriously have. So I don't know, that was like my first time doing that. But it was an experience. They just went above and beyond. They like, and I knew it, like I said, just knowing Caroline, like, that's what you get. So I knew that, but it was just like, wow, everything was wow. So I don't know, what I'm trying to say is, yes, this workshop was awesome. Yes, I think it's worth it. It's an experience. Even if you know a lot, just to experience it, I think you should do it, like, just for the experience even. And if you need it to learn, obviously that's more the reason to. But if you don't have a lot of money, because like I said, this workshop was expensive. If you don't have a lot of money, it's also not necessary for you to pay a lot of money for a workshop, because you will learn stuff regardless, like, most likely. Like, of course, it depends. You go through, like, some people, I don't know, these, based on the 2 I've attended, that's what I think. Like, when I'm comparing, and I don't want to compare the 2, but when referring to both of them, I feel like I got things out of both of them. They were just different. This video is going to be super long with this explanation, but I really want to just make sure I'm being clear to you guys. I don't know. I just want to say, if you have the money and you want an experience where you'll also learn, but you will get like so much out of your money, like, it's a good, like, if you want to invest in something like this, I would recommend Wandering Soul. If you don't have a lot of money, but you're like, I want to learn, but I can't afford that, but like, I want to learn, like, you're passionate about what you do, you want a learning experience, and you're not really concerned about these extras and like having like a super stage set and all that stuff, like, you just want to learn, like, you don't care if you get a gift basket and all this extraness, then I would say, like, then you don't need to spend all this money on a workshop this expensive, if that makes sense. So basically, either way, I thought both were worth it. I am so happy that I attended both of them. I do not regret attending either of them. They were both good for me, is what I'm saying. And I don't know, that's my thoughts on that. So I know Wandering Soul is doing a lot of stuff in the future. They told us about at dinner, but I know that they don't have all the deets out yet, so I'm not going to mention them. I'm just going to say they do have upcoming stuff that I think that you should definitely check out, and it's nothing like this. They're doing stuff completely different, the next few things that they're doing. So look out for that if you're like interested in this. But yeah, I feel like I think today the biggest thing I took away from this workshop is I got confirmation that I'm doing what I should be to be successful, because I told them what I'm doing, and Cecilia even told me, she was like, you're on the right path then. So I think I have all the right ideas, and it's just a matter of doing them, and like I feel like I'm on the right path. I'm going in the right direction, so I'm happy about that. So that's that. Those are my final thoughts. I hope it came across clear and nothing was misunderstood or anything like that. And I hope that you guys, this is obviously from my point of view. I want you to be aware of that. And this is my perspective. So please take that into consideration. But yeah, that is that. See you guys in my next video. Bye.